Hello everybody, my name is Philip Miller and today I show you something about Manjaro Linux.
Let's talk about Calamares, the second beta version of this great installer. You can see here the exact version. Also in the slide we can select our language. On this one here we can select the location we're living at simply by using this menu here, or you can also click on the map. What also possible here is to choose the locale. Let's keep it in English. Well, here we can select our keyboard layout, and the new stuff here is how we present to you how to select on partitioning your hard drives. We have here some pop-ups describing the partition table and which BIOS mode you have. Then we have here the selection for the hard drive and several options like replace, erase disk and manual partition. Under here we have a few what your actually hard drive layout is now. You can see here it is colorized and has the information about what the hard drive has for a file system and such. When we now click on replace, you can see here under it's red now. If we erase a disk, you can see the preview shows you that the whole disk is now red and we have a new partition. Also, we can select where we want to install our bootloader. Let's take system partition here. On the manual partitioning, well, it goes back to the original view and scans your hard drive if something was dirty, as you saw. And we can also select which partition we want to modify. So let's edit the first one, which is the AV boot record. Well, we can keep it or format it, and we can choose the boot mount, which would be boot EV. So second, we need also a boot partition, which can be simply checked here. This one we can format. We can choose which file system and select again the mount point. The next partition would be obviously our root partition where the system will be installed. So here we can also edit how we like it. So again, we can choose the mount point. We have several options here. Let's take the one for root and change here the file format to btrfs. The second would be our home directory. Let's assume this is an existing installation, so we want to keep our home directory, so no further changes here. And last but not least, we have our swap device. Well, let's format it. If you are satisfied with everything, we can click on next and enter our details and our password. So now we have here the summary, which this location is, which keyboard layout we set, how the partitioning would look like if we click on next, and everything we choose written in text form. So now we will perform these actions written here. Depending how fast your installer works on your hard drive, it might take between 5 and 15 minutes to install Manjaro on the disk here. The first operation would be creating all those partitions and unpacking the content of the live CD media or DVD, depending on which edition you have chosen from Manjaro Linux. After that, we will configure your system, like create a locale or the kernel in a CPU image. Given on the slideshow, you have some information what Manjaro Linux is all about. and we create the user account for you and configure your hardware. Here is a Manjaro hardware detection tool in the working, which installs all your drivers for your graphics card, for a network card, and in future for other hardware we might detect, like printers, stuff like that. Then we change the hardware clock and install the bootloader. Then we do post configuration options, and you get in the end the confirmation that we have finished our installation. So let's have fun with Manjaro Linux.